The final training session before Sunday's Liga match against Getafe at the Santiago Bernabeu took place on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Wesley Sneijder, who cracked a rib in training last week, was not present, nor were defenders Marcelo and Christoph Metzelder. All three players worked on their recovery from respective injuries in the gym. Guti, Sergio Ramos and Salgado worked separately from the rest, as did Robinho and Pepe, who worked with Jose Luis San Martin. The Portuguese defender hasn't played for Real Madrid since picking up an injury in the Madrid derby at the Calderón, so it was a big boost for the players and for Bernd Schuster to see the centre-back back in action. The rest of the squad participated in some exercise drills, working on calf and quad muscles. Following the routine, the players took part in the ever-popular game of tag, while coach Bernd Schuster watched on as he looked to make his final decisions on Sunday's starting 11. But the German coach won't have a tricky decision choosing his defenders, as he only named 4 in the squad: Sergio Ramos, Miguel Torres, Cannavaro and Heinze. And the rest of the squad looks like this. It's Casillas and Dudek in goal, Diarra, Gago, Balboa, Robin, Guti, Drenthe and Baptista in midfield. And up front it is of course Van Nistelrooy and Raúl, joined by Higuaín and Soldado. After Saturday's training session, it was coach Bernd Schuster who faced the questions of the press.
Es un problema de los momentos.
These are moments that all clubs have. A while ago, Barcelona were having a difficult time of it, but now it seems they've recovered and are playing better football. And now we aren't finding things as easy as we were a few months ago. These are things that happen, but it's not happening because Barca are getting closer to us, especially at Real Madrid. This doesn't really affect us. Madrid is a team that always plays its own game, and we can't worry about our rivals.
Yo creo que mañana es el simple interés de estar en Liga y
tomorrow is another league game and we have to win another game at home like we have done with all of them so far this year, and at least we have to maintain this advantage that we already have over Barcelona.
Bueno, especial siempre es un poquito más, ¿no?
Well, it's always special to play against your old side, especially when only a small amount of time has passed. I'm really happy about the success that Getafe are enjoying, but of course tomorrow my team and me need the 3 points.
Mi equipo y yo necesitamos los 3 puntos. Lo que hemos demostrado siempre que
what we have always demonstrated is that these 11, 12 or even 13 players, counting the substitutions, have always been in perfect conditions to play at a very high level and during every single match.
Real Madrid TV caught up with Getafe striker Uche to get his views on Sunday's game. We started off by asking him what his thoughts were when the teams met earlier in the season.
Yeah, it's true, but it's what happens in football. Sometimes you play well and you don't win. What happens in football, and we're hoping that maybe this time is gonna change. Maybe one chance we'll score. It's strange things happen in football. You never can tell. What you have to do is just keep your heads up, keep working hard. I'm sure that maybe in the next game it will work out well for you. Well, you never can tell, but it's another game, You never can tell if it's the right time to play against Madrid, or even though they are losing, maybe this game they might start winning, You never can tell. What you have to do is go out there, play your game and work hard for your team and wait and see what will happen. Yeah, I think so. I think he's a great coach. That's why he is in Real Madrid, because Real Madrid, they can't sign just an ordinary coach. I think he did well here, although I didn't coincide with him, but I think he did well here. And I think he was here for 2 years, and 2 years he did a very good job here, and that's why he's in Real Madrid right now.
For the good of Spanish football, the national team, the coach and for Raúl. For these reasons, Spain coach Luis Aragonés and the country's all-time top scorer with 44 goals had a meeting on Thursday morning to clear up any minor misunderstandings that may have existed between them. At a later news conference, both repeated the same message over and over again. Raúl's continued absence from the squad is not causing a problem between the two.
Por bien de la selección, por bien de la federación, por bien del seleccionado.
For the good of the national team, the federation, the coach and Raúl. The debates and the continuous speculation are no good for anyone.
No nos viene bien a ninguno.
I want the best for the coach, the best for the national team and the best for the federation, and of course for me. I don't want any problems. We've had a chat and decided this was the best for everyone concerned. I know it will be very difficult for me, but I still have high hopes of making it.
Real Madrid are clear leaders of their EuroLeague last 16 group after overcoming Olympiacos Piraeus 80-70 in the Vistalegre on Thursday night. They took the game by the scruff of the neck with a storming first quarter. They opened up a 9-0 lead at the beginning with consecutive three-pointers, and with Alex Mumbrú in devastating form were threatening to run away with it at 18-4. The Greeks rallied briefly, but Felipe Reyes and Raúl López executed a textbook pick and roll to leave the Whites 27-14 in front at the end of the first period. Joan Plather's men held firm throughout the second and the third, despite some short-tempered moments. Their biggest setback came in the third when Greek guard Kerem Tunçeri had to leave the court after a blow to the knee. Further tests will be carried out on Friday to determine the extent of the injury. Real started the fourth quarter with a 9-point advantage, and it was Lewis Bullock who settled the nerves, sinking a shot from outside the arc. Panagiotis Giannakis' side reacted with a spirited fightback and cut the difference to just 5 at 72-67. But Bullock once again was the saviour with 2 free throws and another three-pointer to help guide the side to victory. Michelis Pelikanos brought the 10,000 crowd to their feet at the end to wrap up another memorable night in the Vistalegre.